Hello everyone and welcome to the final of the Gen 5 Doubles Tournament. We will be crowning a new champion in this video. The contestants, Spenpai Terranon and TexasManGaming. Spenpai Terranon started joining the tournament, I believe, in Tournament 4. Was second place on their debut, only losing to me in the finals of that Generation 3 tournament. Then in Tournament 5, the random battle tournament, they were third. They weren't in the top 3 in the only physical special tournaments, but now Gen 5 doubles, they are back. They certainly have a top 3 spot, and they might just get the win. They already have second and third. Let's see if they can get that prestigious win. Meanwhile, their opponent, TexasManGaming, joined in this tournament for the first time with the intentions of taking my crown. Well, by beating me in Swiss in round 4, they did. But will they take the crown for themselves? We will have to see. TexasMan and Spenpai actually faced each other before in this tournament. This was round 2 of Swiss. Spenpai Terranon walked away with victory, then 2-0. Spenpai Terranon eventually going on to win Swiss undefeated. TexasManGaming had one loss in Swiss. That was to Spenpai in that second round. Ooh, let's get started. Spenpai Terranon with Jolteon, Gallade, Cloyster, Gliscor, Ferrothorn. The old 4 teams that used Ferrothorn were in top cut. And then Porygon 2, and we've seen TexasManGaming's team a few times already. Both with the Ferrothorn. Look, but the rest is quite different. Compared to Tyler, Spenpai Terranon has a Gliscor as well, and Cloyster. TexasMan may have some extra experience on how to deal with them now. Let's see how everything works out. Let's go! Ferrothorn and Porygon 2 open for Spenpai Terranon. TexasMan opens with Jellicent and Infernape. That might be good to hit the Ferrothorn. No, they just attack the Porygon 2 instead. Instant knockout, TexasManGaming with the lead. Willows from Ferrothorn lowering its power. That's going to save Jellicent a lot of its HP. Ferrothorn gets some burn damage out. Jolteon comes in. Switch to Tyranitar. Setting up that Sandstorm, the permanent Sandstorm, very nice for them. Discharge. Doesn't deal much damage anyway. It does paralyze the opposing Ferrothorn and the opposing Tyranitar. It probably would have paralyzed their own Ferrothorn as well, would it not have been burned already. This is pretty crazy. Alright, Gliscor comes in, because they can probably hit pretty well with Earthquake. Gyro Ball for a bit of damage. Tyranitar has Fire Blast, hitting Ferrothorn pretty hard. Spikes are being set up by TexasMan. Ferrothorn actually survives the burn thanks to the lead seed they have on the Tyranitar. Protects on Gliscor. Power Whip misses on Tyranitar. Stealth Rock being set up. That's not going to be nice. Lead seed does help Ferrothorn survive, so it needs to get hit one more time to have something happen to it. Interestingly, Facade on Tyranitar, and then another Power Whip miss. It doesn't seem like TexasManGaming is too bothered by Ferrothorn, probably because it's weakened by Burn, but it will take out the Tyranitar pretty soon. Facade now on Ferrothorn, which is very surprising considering it's not very effective, and there's Iron Barbs in play. Power Whip does take out the Tyranitar now. Lead seed on Gliscor, so TexasMan does seem to have the advantage. And with the lead seed gone, because Tyranitar's gone, Spenpai Terranon's Ferrothorn is taken out. Cloyster takes some big damage from both Stealth Rock and Spike. Shell Smash, they're going for the big hits, but that does leave them very vulnerable. What does the Jellicent do? Will-O-Wisp puts them back in normal attack. Gyro Ball hits them for pretty good damage, but due to the White Herb, they do survive. They don't have their lower stats. Excadrill comes in. They have to hit now with Cloyster, deal some damage because the burn will just take it out, and otherwise a Sandstorm will. Not looking too good for Spenpai Terranon so far. Here comes an Earthquake from Gliscor, knowing that Cloyster is going to be taking and dealing good damage to Ferrothorn and a lot to Excadrill. Good move by Spenpai Terranon there. Poison Heal, heals a bit up. Heals up a bit. Gallade comes in, doesn't take as much damage from Stealth Rock, because in fact it's resistant with its fighting type. Protect from Gliscor, Rock Slide only hitting Gallade. Does it flinch? No, it doesn't. Drain Punch on Excadrill takes it out. The life from Extra actually helped in a sense, because now Gallade heals less with Drain Punch. TexasMan still has 4 Pokemon left though, including their 2 choice Pokemon. Infernape is one of them. Here comes Flare Blitz. Nothing resists Flare Blitz on Spenpai's team now. Earthquake, Infernape down, Jellicent just a bit of damage. Doesn't do too much, but Scald takes him down pretty far. And Lead Seed is still in play, and that was on the slot that was used by the slot that Jellicent is on right now. So as long as that spot is still occupied by a Pokemon, Lead Seed will continue happening. There's a Protect. There's a Shadow Ball. Where's Latios gonna hit Psyshock and Jolteon? Jolteon down. It's 3-1. Scald will be stopped. Bit of Sandstorm damage, leftovers heal. Gliscor just survives it, but this is not gonna stay that way. A Psyshock, Gliscor is down, and that's 1-0 for TexasManGaming. And they didn't actually, as I just said, in Swiss in round 2, TexasManGaming didn't take a single battle. It was 2-0 for Spenpai Terranon. But potentially TexasMan learned from that. Potentially there are other factors as well. They're able to study each other's team more by looking at replays of other battles. Whatever happened, TexasManGaming takes the lead, and it's just one battle away. One battle away from taking the title on their debut. And not counting the very first tournament where I won, that'd be the first time someone wins on their debut. Will it happen in this battle? Or will Spenpai do something about it? It's Infernape for TexasMan, together with Jellicent, Jolteon, and Gallade. And before we look at too much, you might notice, hey, that's a different gender. Some other Pokemon are as well, but it's definitely noticeable in Jellicent because it just looks different, definitely different color as well. You're not allowed to alter any Pokemon's moves or abilities in any of my tournaments, unless it's like obviously specifically stated, but normally it's never the case. I never specified that about gender. I intended for it to be the same, however, it's an option in Showdown to put it at random, so I'm okay with it being at random because it's not as easy to control that. I suppose I could make it a rule, but for this tournament I decided to just leave it as is. I'll allow the random gender because that is how you can build. You can't change anything manually, but you have to select everything, all your options before the tournament starts, but you can select the option random. You're not changing anything yourself if it goes from male to female between battles. So that's probably another reason that I come up with then that made me allow it. Tyranitar comes in, Sandstorm set up early, Excadrill immediately. They want to do some fancy things. Excadrill blocks the Thunderbolt, and the Psycho Cut is blocked as well by Tyranitar. Nice predictions, and the power combo is coming. Latios with Levitate probably will help attacking, but also defending, considering it doesn't take damage from the Earthquake. Excadrill being able to deal some good damage to Gallade. Gliscor does not take down to its flying type, though. Here comes another Earthquake. Just why not just take out the Gallade? Out of the way. Lead 6-5 for TexasManGaming. Psyshock, decent damage on Gliscor. Facade takes out Latios 5-all. Infernape comes in. Here's the Choice Band. What's Cloyster going to do? Iron Head on Gliscor. Are we going to see a flinch? Close Combat on Cloyster. That's just instant knockout. Huge power behind that Choice Band. And the flinch on Gliscor, that is important. It's always important with flinches. Almost always. Ferrothorn comes in. And the crit on the Iron Head this time. Gliscor is gone. Hidden Power doesn't deal too much damage to Excadrill. It's probably Hidden Power Ice. It's 5-3. Spenpai needs to do something fancy now. Here comes Earthquake. Jolteon gone because there's no Air Balloon, nothing like that to help it. Shadow Ball. Excadrill is gone. There's a main power gone, but with only 2 Pokemon left, there's no switching. No getting rid of that Leech Seed. This is going to be difficult. Did Spenpai Terranon decide this? No, TexasManGaming decided this really early. Big damage from Fire Blast, decent damage from Gyro Ball. Power Whip on the Tyranitar deals a lot of damage. It's not burned this time. Trick Room comes in, but there is Sandstorm damage and Leech Seed leeching there. So as long as that Ferrothorn stays in its spot, Porygon 2 is going to go down. This is going to go down to a Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball and Infernape. And one more turn, and is this it? They switch to Tyranitar. Gyro Ball and Tyranitar. They let Tyranitar be taken out. Gyro Ball on Ferrothorn. Iron Barb's damage on them. Rocky Helmet as well. Jellicent comes back in. Spikes are set up. I don't know why. Maybe they want to stall for some reason. Shadow Ball comes in. Ferrothorn doesn't take too much damage. Special defense is lowered. Is TexasManGaming leaving Spenpai alive for a reason? Jellicent is taken out. Do they want to finish it off with their own Ferrothorn? They're taking a lot of damage, so it's 2-1 now. Infernape comes back in. Decides to just obliterate that Ferrothorn with the Flare Blitz. Recoil, Iron Barbs, Rookie Helmet isn't enough to take out that Infernape, even if it would have. TexasManGaming still had a Ferrothorn remaining. And that is it. After Spenpai Terranon beat TexasManGaming in Swiss 2-0, it is now the opposite. TexasManGaming beats Spenpai Terranon in the finals 2-0. And with that, on their debut, we have a new champion. TexasManGaming. Congratulations on your title. Hope to see you back in many future tournaments. And I wish you the best of luck. Everyone, and if in the next few days, I will start videos on the next tournament. Until then.